Hi guys, and welcome back to Sam's Disney Life. I'm so happy that you've tuned in today. Why should you stay on property at Disney World? There is some fantastic perks, so let's get into it. So the first thing is Magical Express. If you are flying into Orlando and you are staying on site, Disney has taken care of your transfers completely free, and they are providing you with a shuttle bus. This will take you from the airport to your resort, and it will take you back after your stay. It is a massive advantage if you are staying on site, but if you are staying off site, unfortunately you have got to take into consideration the cost of a taxi or hiring a car or even a coach. All these things you have to take into consideration on weighing up the costs when thinking about your stay. The next thing is 60 days before you even travel, you have the opportunity to get your fast passes. So Disney provides you with 3 separate fast passes for each day, and you can go on the Disney website 60 days before you've even traveled and get those rides you are wanting. But if you are staying off-site, you have a 30-day before you travel slot. Massively decreases the opportunity on times and rides and all that kind of thing, because they get booked up very fast when people are doing it 60 days before they go. So that's another thing you need to take into consideration is, are you willing to sacrifice some of the Disney magic, some of the rides you may not be able to get on because you haven't been able to get a fast pass for them, or you can get a fast pass but you didn't really want to go to that park on that day, and it can be a little bit of a struggle. So just take that into consideration if you are wanting to stay off site. The next thing is dining plan. I do know at the moment Disney is not providing it due to the epidemic, but I'm sure in the future they will be releasing it again. They've not actually brought it out for 2021 at the moment, but I will keep an eye out on that one. But on a normal year, on a normal day, the dining plan at Disney World is absolutely fantastic. They are 3 plans you can choose from. I always go for the middle version, and that is the dining plan, and you get 1 quick service, 1 sit down meal, and you get 3 snacks and a refillable mug. Getting the dining plan, I do know, can be very pricey, but you do have to consider how much you would be spending every day if you was paying in cash. The dining plan will give you that peace of mind that your food is paid for, your snacks are paid for, your drinks are paid for, and you can just enjoy those parks without having to look at the menu and seeing what prices they are. It just gives you that sense of all-inclusive and enjoying the day without thinking about costs. And I always think, if I haven't got to pay for food, I've got more money for Disney merch. But if you are staying off site, you will have to cover costs on food when you are on Disney property, because you will not be staying on site. You cannot have a dining plan, unfortunately. So when you are thinking about staying off site, you do really need to think about, can you afford those signature dishes every day? Are you able to go to Be Our Guest and see the characters when, if you are like myself, a family of 5, and it does cost around about £250 for a family of 5? Can you afford that? So all these things you have to take into consideration if you are wanting to stay on off-site, but you still wanted to do those fantastic signature restaurants. And the next thing is free transport. Disney has got everything covered when it comes to staying on site. If you are staying in one of their resorts, they have provided so many ways to get to their parks. You have boat, you have bus, you have monorail. They've recently got the Skyliners. There is so many ways to get to Disney, and it's all for free. But if you are staying off site and you having to get to those Disney parks, you have to consideration taxis, so for example Uber, and the further away you go from Disney, the more it's going to cost you in a taxi or paying out for a hire car. But if you do have a hire car, you have to take into account that Disney will charge you over $20 a day to park your car, which that's a massive expense if you are going for 14 days and you are going in the parks every day. That is a massive amount of money just on parking, so you have to weigh it up. Is it worth staying off site? The next thing is extra magic hours. If you are staying on site, you have the perfect opportunity to get in those parks 1 hour before any other guest is allowed in those parks. So if you've got somebody who's staying off site, they can't get in the park until it opens. But if you are staying on site, you are able to get in the parks 1 hour before it even opens to anybody else, which for me is a massive perk. I'm able to get on the rides. I maybe not be able to get on my fast pass or wanting to do a game because I loved it so much. There is so many perks on that. But if you are staying off site, you have to take into consideration that you will not be able to get in those parks until it actually opens. This for me is a massive disadvantage because I want to get in those parks when everyone else is in those parks. So staying off site, and that would be a massive downside for me. So you just have to take into consideration, if you are staying off site, some things might have to be compromised, but staying off site is a massive advantage as well. The costs of staying in Florida and still being able to have some Disney magic is half the price. You can get some fantastic off-site hotels what will provide breakfast, and that was complimentary. And if you are a massive breakfast person, that could be a massive advantage for you. So having a massive breakfast in the morning, then going to the Disney park, then maybe going to International Drive in the evening to have a slap-up dinner. So guys, they are my top things I think that you should stay on site for. There is just so many things that I wouldn't be able to compromise if I was staying off site. Like I said before, I have done it before. I was staying at Universal and we travelled to Disney World, and we was only able to do a few things because our fast passes wasn't the best, but we still enjoyed the Disney magic. So guys, I do hope you enjoyed this. Within this video, I just want to say a massive hello to all my new subscribers who are willing to follow me and like my channel and grow with me. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here, and I do hope I will help you in your future planning for Disney and so much more within my channel. So for now, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you did like this, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you.